We've got the Knight of Swords at the base of the deck. This is not only an opportunity for you to meet someone new, but this is an opportunity to get to know someone. This is an opportunity to exchange information and really get to understand someone. So I feel like there'll be a lot of communication back and forth between you and a person that you may be meeting during Gemini season. This is StarLink guidance, and these are messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising for June 2024. Please take what resonates and discard the rest. So before I begin, I will be talking about the main astrological transits and giving you an overview of the month in terms of how these particular transits will affect us collectively. Now, on June the 3rd, we have Mercury, the planet of learning, communication and networks, moving into its home sign of Gemini. With Mercury in Gemini, there is going to be a focus on all forms of communication, speaking and writing. There will be a sharing of ideas and sharing of thoughts. There will be a desire to participate in activities that stimulate the intellect, and our problem solving skills will be heightened at this time. There may be a desire for you to learn a new skill or to develop a new skill. There may also be a focus on wanting to read or potentially listen to a podcast. There may be a focus on wanting to socialize during this time, and there may also be a focus on networking within professional circles. On June the 6th, we have a new moon in Gemini. New moons represent times of new beginnings. So this will be the perfect time to set clear intentions that are related to either learning a new skill, expanding your professional network, attending more social events and all forms of communication. So this would be a perfect time to launch a project or launch a new business or launch a media marketing campaign for a business. This will also be a great time in which you can also enhance any types of activities that you participate in that are going to challenge you or stimulate you intellectually. On June the 8th, we have Mars, the planet of action and will, going into the sign of Taurus. With Mars in Taurus, there is going to be an increase in our determination and our persistence towards our goals. The approach of executing our goals is going to be a lot more practical at this time, and there may be a focus on money matters. So how we can increase our earnings or being more creative, because Mars and Taurus energy are both creative energies. So how we can create something completely new, or in essence, just increase the amount of money that we are earning. On June the 16th, we have Venus entering the sign of Cancer. Now, with Venus in Cancer, which is the planetary ruler of both Taurus and Libra, there will be a deeper focus on our emotions and our emotional security. There may also be a focus on matters that relate to the family or relate to a parental figure or relate to the home. We may be feeling a lot more sensitive around this time, a lot more compassionate, or a lot more nostalgic with this particular transit. On June the 17th, we have Mercury joining Venus in the sign of Cancer. Now, with Mercury in Cancer, a lot of the thoughts and the ideas and the visions that we will be receiving will be a lot more intuitive. There may also be a focus around home and family matters. There may be a desire to change location of home, move home, potentially redecorate the home. And this may also be a time in which you are going to be feeling a lot more reflective and introspective. On June the 20th, we have the Sun, which will be joining both Venus and Mercury in the sign of Cancer, which will bring up all Cancerian themes to do with emotions, intuition, home and family. But this will also coincide with the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. Now, without further hesitation, I'm going to begin with shuffling your cards. I'm using a new deck here, which is called the Astro Alignment deck. This is made by the same creator of the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. I'm just going to give this a few shuffles. Okay, what are the most important messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising for June 2024 for their spiritual, emotional and material development? So we have trine, we have waxing crescent moon, we have Libra, we have second house, we have Earth, ooh, too many cards. I'll take this one because it flipped out, the 11th house. And let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. At the base of the deck we have the first house. So I feel that with the first house coming up, there is definitely a deeper focus on self. You may be feeling a lot more reflective and introspective during this time. You may be spending periods of time in isolation to really gather a lot of the changes, galvanize energy to gather in your thoughts and your ideas around a lot of the changes you've been experiencing. I feel like Scorpios have gone through a deeply transformative period in the last 2 months. And I feel like the identity of Scorpio is changing. I feel like Scorpios are putting themselves first during the month of June. I feel like you're focused on your passions, your desires and your goals. I feel like your physical appearance could be changing. So it could be that you are changing your wardrobe or your clothes or your hair. But I definitely feel that there is a reignition of new passions or new goals that you have before. I feel for a lot of Scorpios, these passions and desires that are now coming to the forefront of your being are ones that you have had for a long time, but I feel like they've been deeply suppressed. It's almost like you didn't believe that it was possible for you to be able to invite these types of opportunities towards you, or to create these particular opportunities or move towards these particular goals. And now I feel like you're really aligned with who you are authentically. And I feel that this is now going to start to be reflected in your physical reality and your material world. So you are making the necessary adjustments and changes either to your goals, how you're going to execute your goals, moving towards your passions. Some of you may be in a very creative space right now in which you're thinking about how to potentially create a new business or create a new stream of income using your gift, your skills or your talents. Some of you may also be thinking about how you can step into a position of leadership, or this could simply represent you wanting to take more autonomy and have more self-governance over your life, your choices and your decisions. It's great energy. It's very empowering. We've got the trine that starts off your reading. I feel like you're coming into a time period in which you are going to start receiving a lot of universal support around what you are building. I feel that this is the time in which you're going to see a shift in everything that you've experienced up until this point. Hasn't been in vain. There was a need for a lot of endings to happen in your life in order for you to come to a point of realization. It was necessary for you to be able to start from scratch so you can build something completely new. And now you're going to find that there is going to be a lot more fortune and luck that is favoring you at this time in terms of what you are building. I also feel with this trine energy here, you're going to be receiving news around your finances. I feel that a lot of you are either going to be receiving news around a promotion, or you're going to be changing job roles. that's going to increase the amount of money that you are able to gain. I feel like you're going to be offered a position that's going to give you more money. For some of you, this position that you're going to be offered will also give you more responsibility, but there is definitely an increase in your finance that I'm seeing. For those of you that are business owners or entrepreneurs, this is going to be quite a lucrative time in which you will find an increase in contracts and partnerships. You will receive more clients or more customers. There may be an increase in footfalls or following on your media platforms, and this is going to generate a lot more income. So you're going to start to see your revenue increase during the month of June. With waxing crescent moon, I feel that this is really a time that you need to continue to, I don't know why, but I feel like with this first house energy, there is a need for you to continue to spend time in isolation and also remain quite silent about the moves that you are making with this waxing crescent moon. I feel that this is a perfect time for you to really focus on yourself and put yourself and your desires and your passions first. What is it that's the most important thing to you right now in terms of what you want to achieve, and go for it. I also feel with this waxing crescent moon, this might not be a time for you to discuss a lot of your ideas with people outside of your trusted circle. And I mean really trusted circle. I feel like until everything has come into fruition, you should really keep what you're working on to yourself as much as possible, and really just focus on the goals that you need to achieve every single day that is building up to executing your bigger goal or your bigger dream. This is really a time in which you start to plan and you start to execute your plan. So this is a time of focus, isolation, and strategy, but also this is the time in which what you're working on, you keep very close to your chest until you can see that it is manifested. I do feel with the Earth card being underneath, you're being advised that the steps that you need to take in order to action your plan has to be quite practical. It has to be very focused, and it also has to be goals that you're creating that are more long term. You may not receive immediate gratification for what you're working on now, but you will be able to reap the harvest in the future. So this is about understanding that everything, the seeds that you're planting now, is for gratification later on in the year, in which you'll be able to reap the rewards of the hard work that you are investing in yourself. Some of you with this Earth energy here, you are going to be building a new business. For some of you, you're going to be building a second stream of income. For others of you, you're going to be taking a position of leadership or moving into a leadership role. For others of you, what this Earth looks like, it could be that you're making changes to your home or your home environment, or potentially looking to purchase a new home. Whatever it is that you are taking action on right now, make sure that you are able to execute those goals. And these are, measurable goals. They're SMART goals. That's going to be the best way for you to feel empowered in everything that you are building right now. And this Earth energy makes me feel like after the rubble, after the destruction of a lot of things in your life, there was a lot of endings that you've experienced within relationships, friendships, realizations. Potentially you came to a realization about the way in which you were living and the type of life that you wanted to live, and realizing that actually what you're doing right now, or what you were doing, I should say, wasn't matching up with what you desire. So now you're going through a shift in which you are making sure that your desires are reflected in your outer reality. So what you're building or creating for yourself, but you're starting from the ground up. So be compassionate, be patient, and also move in silence with what you're building or creating at this time. My grandma used to say, what the left hand's doing, the right hand doesn't need to know. So don't make any announcements, just make progress silently. And those that are for you, when it is time for them to know, you can then feel comfortable and confident in opening up what you have been building or working on. But there's definitely material success here. With this Libra card being here, I do feel that there is a new contract here. I don't necessarily feel that it's a romantic partnership that's coming. I feel like it's a new contract or a new client that you're going to be dealing with. So this could be a contract of employment. This could be a new customer or a new client that you have made some sort of partnership or agreement with for services that you are going to be offering or goods that you are going to be offering. I also feel like with this Libra energy being here, your life is finally coming into balance after a turbulent time. So that you'll be pleased to know that this is a time of year in which you are going to feel a lot more ease and a lot more reprieve compared to the previous 2 to 3 months, which was quite difficult and quite intense. I know there's some Scorpios that have been going through a lot of emotions and a lot of issues to deal with, like the physical well-being. So it's not just emotional well-being, it's physical well-being, which is why there has been this time period to allow you to slow down and really take care of yourself physically to heal and emotionally to heal. So I feel like you're coming into a time of harmony and balance. There's going to be, for a lot of the relationships that may have come to an end during Taurus season, you're going to find that there will be new relationships and new friendships that are going to replace those old ones. The old relationships that you had were outdated because they weren't aligning with the person that you were growing to, which is why they needed to end. Now you're moving into a time in which you're going to be attracting new partnerships, new contracts, new opportunities, and also new friends. I feel like this is going to be a perfect time for you to network. If you are invited out to social events and you do feel that you want to go, by all means go. I also feel like any types of opportunities for business networking will be favorable at this time because this will expand your network. I also feel that because of the layers that have been stripped away to allow you to be more authentic and more vulnerable with yourself, where you're allowing your true self to really be out on show and display, you're going to find that a lot of the people you're aligning with during this time period are going to be ones that you understand and that understand you on a soul level. So I feel like this might be a perfect opportunity for you to start to connect with your soul tribe. So slowly you're going to start to meet people and interact with people, either socially at events, professionally, or online, that resonate with you on a deeper level and have the same ideals or the same values or the same way of thinking as you, which then means that the relationships that you previously had, you were actually having to be something else in order to align with those people. Whereas now you're aligning with people that allow you to be you unapologetically, which is beautiful. This is a great time for professional growth, professional development, and increasing your professional networks. This is a great time to learn something new. Some of you may be going into a career in which you are working in media. Some of you may be working in photography, film. Some of you could be working in interior design, fashion design. Some of you could be working in publishing. Some of you could also be working in more technical sectors, such as like STEM professions, science, technology, or engineering could be something that some of you are moving towards. You could also be, with this Libra and 11th house energy, you could be looking at automating your business. Those of you that are business owners or entrepreneur, you could be looking at automating your business by using different software programs that will take away some of the mundane or laborious tasks that you have to do. You're looking at automating them. You could be displaying your skills or your talents or your passions online using social media. You could be using platforms such as X or YouTube or TikTok or Facebook, or Instagram, to be able to showcase your skills, your services, or your talents. I'm going to pull some career and money oracle messages for you. Messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June. We have mask. We have sword. We have hand. We have coins. We have award. This is a confirmation of what I said before. One more card, please, for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June 2024. And we have Tower. Okay, base of the deck, we've got Clover. So you're going through a time in which you are experiencing a lot of luck and a lot of good fortune. This is a confirmation. I'm just going to move it out the way. This is a confirmation of the Trine card. There is a lot of luck, positivity, and good fortune that is following you right now, and you are going to benefit from it during this season. I've got the mask money card here, and it says secret stash, save pennies, finding money. There's two ways I'm seeing this. One, I'm being guided to tell you to make sure you are saving your money. Make sure you are having regular savings. I also feel like you're not being told to save money because you're going to be going through a time of frugality. I feel like you're being told to save money because you're about to receive an increase in your money. And in order for you to build the type of lifestyle that you want, and for you to have the money that you require to invest in the way that you want to, it's going to require you to save. So the additional money that you'll be receiving during the month of June, make sure you save this money. It's going to be utilized for something else later on, but it's also good to have savings just in case there's any emergencies or unexpected events or eventualities that crop up. With the coins card coming directly underneath this, I also feel that you have got an increase of money coming in, which confirms the second house that we received at the beginning of your reading. There is an increase in money that is coming towards you. For some of you that are business owners or entrepreneurs, this is going to be an increase in your sales. For others of you that are working within institutions, businesses, and organizations, this could be a bonus, or this could represent a pay rise that you are getting for a new role or a promotion. So well done. I'm also seeing with sword here that any types of issues that you may have had previously with regards to money, I feel like you're actually having a breakthrough. I feel like this energy of the sword being here is you having a breakthrough. So if you have had issues with finances, or you haven't had enough, what you're going to realize, or what you're going to find out, is that this is going to be the time in which the issues around money are going to start to end. In terms of, if you've had to be quite frugal, you're not going to have to be as frugal because you're going to be receiving an increase. So there's more money that you're attracting during this time period, which again, for me, is really about the ideas. This is directly connected because the swords represent air for me. This is directly connected to the ideas that you are taking action on this month with regards to either a product, a business, or a service, or with regards to gaining a promotion within your existing sector or career. We've got award directly underneath, which again is a confirmation that some of you are going to be receiving some form of advancement. So for those of you that are in businesses or institutions or organizations, you will receive a promotion, or you will receive a senior role in another organization. For others of you, this represents the fact that you're going to be receiving a lot more notoriety for your product or your service that you offer. So this is going to be reflected in either an increase in following on your social media platforms, an increase in views on any social media videos or campaigns that you run, or an increase in sales. This could also look like clients or customers commenting on the product or the service and the quality that they have received, and actually recommending your product or service to other people through word of mouth. So I definitely feel like you're going to be gaining some form of recognition during Gemini season. With hand being here, a lot of you have been going, so you've been toiling silently in the background to figure out a way in being able to increase the amount of money that you have been trying to attract towards yourself. So I do feel that you are going to be manifesting money a lot easier in Gemini season compared to maybe Aries season, where your money may have slowed down, come to a standstill, or there may have been an increased amount of debts that needed to be paid or cleared. So I feel that you're going to be attracting money a lot easier. And this is also a positive sign that you are going to be increasing your revenue. For those of you that have been struggling as well, this financial assistance message could look like unexpected income coming towards you. That's what I'm seeing. Unexpected income coming towards you from different sources. If you are a business owner or entrepreneur that have applied for some sort of loan or seed funding, I feel like you're going to be getting some good news around that. For those of you that are in existing roles and you have been wanting to have more money within your current sector or your current type of employment, whether you're in a job where you have been wanting a promotion, I definitely feel that you are gaining the recognition in order to be able to be eligible for a promotion, or you'll be offered a promotion within another institutional organization that's going to give you more money. So well done. I feel like your networks as well, for those of you that work within a business that's already established, I feel like your professional networks are going to be the way in which you'll be able to attract a new opportunity or a new job. And I feel that if you speak to certain people that have moved on to different companies or businesses, they will actually tell you about a potential opening that you will be eligible to apply for as well. So look at your existing networks, because that will be the way in which you'll be able to attract a new opportunity if you are looking for one. With the Tower being here, this is confirming that you are increasing your earnings. This is also talking about moving into a senior position. This is also talking about those of you that are working on building your business. This is about your business slowly developing in order to soar to the levels of success that you desire. So this is a really great decision, and you are being energetically supported in building your business or your secondary stream of income. Well done. Okay, I'm going to look at love for Scorpio singles. One more shuffle. What are the messages for Scorpio singles for June? Wow. One more card, please, for Scorpio singles. Wow. Past life connection. Okay, let's have a look at the base of the deck. We've got different paths. The relationship that came to an end with the previous person you were seeing, it was necessary for it to end because you weren't aligning. You weren't aligning either on a spiritual level, emotional level, or for some of you, even on an intellectual level. The relationship did not align with who you truly are or your values. And because of the fact that in order to be with that person, you had to become someone else, that relationship had to end because it wasn't allowing your true authentic self to shine. Also, there was it was necessary for that relationship to end because there was healing that needed to be done on both parts. I feel like the person that you were dealing with needed to do some healing because I feel like they had wounding that they may have acquired from their child around how relationships are based on the relationship that they would have witnessed between their parents. I also feel that for some of you that your relationship with them needed to end because I feel like this was an opportunity for you to really step into loving yourself more. There was a need for you to love yourself more and to spend some time pouring into yourself, because I actually feel like a lot of Scorpios get a very rough deal because they often pour into other people, support other people emotionally, but then don't necessarily receive that back. So a lot of the relationships that sometimes Scorpios enter into can sometimes be ones that are not reciprocal of the person that they are and what they are able to give emotionally. So I feel that particular pattern of behavior needed to come to an end. Also, with codependency being right at the beginning, either you were codependent on the validation that you received from being in this relationship from this other party, or this other party was codependent on the validation that they received from you, which meant that it needed to end in order for both of you to heal. I also feel that this is an opportunity for both of you to receive more of the love that you desire by firstly loving on yourself. And I feel that this is necessary for you to close that wound in order to attract the love that you desire. Now, with new love coming here in your reading, there is an opportunity for you to meet somebody new. I don't feel like this is going to be someone that you've previously dealt with. I actually feel because you're currently going through a period in which you've had a rapid transformation in a very short space of time, as your vibration is growing, where you are caring and looking after yourself and nurturing yourself physically and emotionally, and you're actually doing the work to be able to heal the codependency, because you're understanding that the love that you have for yourself is enough and that you need to work on pouring back into yourself before you can pour into another. This is going to raise your vibration. This will also heal your auric field so that you can attract new love towards you. And I feel that in Gemini season and between Gemini season and Cancer season, you're going to be seeing or meeting new people, and these are going to be the little tests, I should say, for you to see whether you're ready to start networking and mingling with others. But there is an opportunity for new love for you during Gemini season. There's an opportunity to meet new people. I do feel that it is important for you to be very open and transparent about your love language, and to also talk about how you give love and how you receive love. So understanding your love language is really important. I also feel like it's going to be really important to exercise boundaries and really spend Gemini season to get to know someone, because Gemini season is all about the mind. So this is the perfect opportunity that when you meet new people, to understand their likes, understand their dislikes, understand their values, their goals, their dreams, their pet peeves, and understand some of the sort of elements of themselves that they may sort of traditionally hide. Like, what are some of their weaknesses? What are the things that they are working on within themselves? What goals do they have for their own sort of healing that they may be going on themselves? So also understanding that and using this energy to get the information to see whether it aligns with you, but also making sure that you have healthy boundaries, because the way you start the relationship is the way in which you can continue to maintain the relationship, but really focus on getting to know that person as well as having healthy boundaries. Now, I feel that when you meet this new person, there's going to be an energy around them that is familiar. For some of you, it's not going to apply to everyone. This is a past connection coming back. So somebody that you really had a strong connection with is returning to your life. For others of you, this isn't necessarily going to be a past person that you have had a relationship with coming back. This is more you meeting a completely new person, which is what I'm strongly getting. But you feel this energy of familiarity around this person to the point where you can predict what they're going to say at the end of their sentences. Like, I feel like there's this energy of familiarity and this deep sense of a connection that you have that goes beyond a physical connection. It's a really spiritual connection, like you have known each other before. So I feel like this is beautiful. And I feel like this opportunity is coming in because it's testament of the work that you have done on your own self, working on your own emotional healing. Right, I'm going to pull some tarot cards. I'm just going to shuffle. Excuse me. Okay, why is codependency here, please? One card. Why is new love here, please? One card. Why is boundaries here? And why is past life connection here, please? We've got 2 cards. We'll take both. We've got the Knight of Swords at the base of the deck. This is really an opportunity to not only meet someone new. I'm going to move these cards. This is not only an opportunity for you to meet someone new, but this is an opportunity to get to know someone. This is an opportunity to exchange information and really get to understand someone. So I feel like there'll be a lot of communication back and forth between you and a person that you may be meeting during Gemini season. This could be communication online, so through emails or through social media platforms using messages, or this could simply be through the telephone, but there's going to be a lot of communication. For a lot of you, I'm seeing this as late night phone calls, having conversations in the evenings after work, really getting to know one another. But I definitely feel that you are meeting someone new, and I feel like the Knight of Swords is coming in with the news of meeting someone new. I feel that you're going to, I know the Hermit card is right underneath this, but I'm going to be honest, for some of you, you'll be meeting this person through professional networks. So this could be attending a conference or attending CPD sessions, so continued professional development sessions where you're on training, or going to a conference. So I feel like it's going to be through work or through a shared ambition or goal that you have, that you meet someone. For some of you, you could be meeting them at the gym. I'm just going to put it out there. Some of you are going to be meeting them at the gym, or potentially if you are going on a retreat for wellness, you could be meeting them at a wellness retreat or a shop where you buy holistic products, is what I'm getting for some of you. Okay, the Eight of Swords is clarifying the codependency. The codependency was something that needed to be eradicated, because codependency is usually a learned behavior, and it's something that rests deep within our subconscious programming. It usually occurs because of early childhood experiences in which we may have been made to feel through childhood trauma that we were not enough, and therefore in that wounding we have developed codependent behavior to cope with how we were made to feel during childhood. So this could look like bullying, this could look like disapproval from disapproval of actions through a parent or a parental figure, or even rejection of a parent or parental figure, where we would see codependent behavior emerge. So with the Eight of Swords, this is something that because this is not just coming up for the person you may have been dealing with previously, but this is something that you're currently healing. This is something that you're working on. Once you understand the cause and you reflect upon the cause, the root cause of why this happened, this will no longer have any power over you. And I feel like during this season, you're overcoming that, because you're spending the time in isolation and in contemplation to reflect. And I feel like this is the healed version of you reflecting back on the older version of you and looking at how that particular wounded affected all of your connections and relationships previously. Well done. Okay, we've got the Queen of Coins here. I feel that because the Queen of Coins is confirming the new love card. This is talking about you re-emerging in a very grounded, very stable energy, very confident, very sure of themselves, and a very, very fertile energy. So this not only feels like stable energy, but this also feels like you're building something completely new. And I feel that this is going to be what attracts you, what you how to put this is what's going to be the level of attraction that you will have. And I feel that you're going to be quite mesmerized by the people that you're meeting, but they're equally going to be mesmerized by you. And the reason being is because it goes beyond your physical appearance and your external beauty. It's a vibration that you carry. It's the energy that you carry. It's your aura. It's your demeanor. It's how you walk. It's how you move. It's how they feel when you're around. It's this very stable, grounded energy. So I feel like the healing that you needed to do and that you have been working on is actually elevating your vibration to have what it is that you desire. The Princess of Swords, again, is just a confirmation that you need to make sure that you are exercising boundaries. And all you need to do, sometimes when people use the word boundaries, it comes across as quite harsh. And it feels quite, what's the word? It feels very off-putting to some people, because it feels very combative or confrontational. It's not. It's simply you telling somebody, well, you know, I prefer to be loved in this way. And this is how I express love. And this is how I receive love. These are my love languages. And sometimes what you're doing when you're giving people clear boundaries around what is acceptable and what is not acceptable for you personally, you're showing them how to love you, because nobody is born knowing how to love you. Everybody expresses love and receives love differently. So when you meet somebody new, even if you've been in a long-term relationship before, and this potentially could be a new long-term relationship, you're showing them how you communicate. So this is going to be really important for you to do, especially during the initial stages of as you're getting to know each other. We've got here the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Coins. This is a confirmation that some of you are actually going to be rekindling with somebody from your past. And I don't necessarily mean a past life connection. I mean a physical relationship between you and another person in this lifetime in which that relationship ended. But I feel like this person is going to be coming back around. But they're coming back around knowing more, being more self-assured, more self-aware, a lot more grounded. And it feels like they have been working on a lot of the issues that they have been feeling for a while. And I feel that when you were both together, they were deeply triggered by you, because they weren't at a level of self-acceptance or self-love, or they hadn't gotten to a point where they had discovered the amount of self-love that they needed to in order to then love you the way you needed them to love you. So I feel like they've had to go through a lot. I feel like they've gone through exploring childhood wounds and a deeper level of ancestral healing, in which the emotions that are coming up for them or have been coming up for them stems between them and a parental figure, but this may have been the way in which their parental figure was also raised. So I feel like they're coming to that sort of understanding and that realization, which makes them understand why they may have left you when they did, or why they needed to. I feel like that's coming up for some of you. For others of you, you're meeting somebody completely new, somebody that is very strong, very bold, very courageous, very self-assured, very confident, very creative, somebody who is financially stable, someone that could also be quite family orientated, and somebody that also has, this person I'm seeing is very spiritually aware. Like they may even have some form of gifts in which they are able to understand human behavior or human emotion on a subconscious level. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, that is the singles. Let's have a look at Scorpios that are in a relationship. I'm just going to shuffle some cards. Okay, let's see what's going on for Scorpios that are actually in relationships right now. One more shuffle. Okay, Scorpios that are in a relationship. Let's find out what's going on. Scorpios that are in a relationship. Base of the deck, we've got release attachments. I'm just going to take a sip of water before I begin. I feel that with release attachments, I feel that Scorpios that have been in a relationship, the relationship has not been the same for a while. I feel that the relationship may have been one that has been quite turbulent. There may have been a lot of disagreements. There may have even been distance between you and the person, even if you have been living in the same home, where you're not necessarily communicating as frequently or as actively as you were in the previous maybe year or two. I definitely feel like you have tried to express how you have felt around changes that needs to be made in order for the relationship to continue. With release attachments at the base of the deck, this could be the universe actually telling you, look, you have communicated what you want, you've communicated what you need, you've communicated what's going to make the relationship stronger. If this person hasn't taken the opportunity to make the necessary changes to work with you to build this relationship so it has more longevity, it may be time for you to let this relationship go, because it is not serving you and it is not adding anything to you or benefiting you. For a lot of you, you're being told to stay in the present moment. Really start to focus on yourself. Focus on the things that give you happiness and joy, because I feel that in the turbulence that you may have been experiencing in your current relationship, it's actually lowered your vibration, which has lowered your auric field, which means that when your vibration is lowered and there's breaks in your auric field, it means that you are not able to attract what it is that you desire. So therefore, it is necessary for you to do more things that give you that fun, that happiness, that fulfillment, that enjoyment. This is a time for you to rediscover any talents or passions that you have. This is really a time for you to focus on yourself and doing the things that give you that enjoyment. And I feel like you're being encouraged to do that. With the discernment card here, I feel like this is, again, a confirmation. This is a time for you to really think about whether it's worth continuing. If the relationship hasn't changed, despite having a number of different conversations around what needs to change and having clear goals that you both need to meet, like clear objectives that you both need to meet in order to continue, then it really is time for you to let go of the relationship if you cannot see any changes occurring, is what I'm really feeling with the discernment, because this is talking about red flags. So this could be a repeat of behavior that you have already called out and identified and have talked about what needs to change within that. This could also look like unhealthy patterns being mimicked in this relationship that you may have experienced in a previous relationship. And this is about you actually walking away, because this could be showing you that this relationship is not aligning with who you truly are and it's not serving you. The person that you're currently dealing with may want to, or you may want to reconcile. So there could be an apology that is coming, a conversation around the situation, an apology that's coming. But I do feel that a second chance can only really be a second chance if you can see that the behavior has changed. It's not about what someone says to you, it's all about their actions. It's kind of like, don't tell me, do it. Don't tell me, show me. That's the energy that I'm really feeling with this. And if you cannot see, despite how many weeks or months you have had discussing this situation, if you cannot see any change behavior, then a reconciliation may not be the right thing for you and what you need. Because in staying in connections that don't serve us, all we do is make ourselves unhappy and lower our vibration. And actually, in staying in these connections, sometimes they don't serve us because they stop us from actually being open to the love that we actually deserve and having the relationships that we deserve. You are being told to take it slow. So I do feel like you're being told to really not force this relationship if it's not working, but not necessarily leave this relationship to rush into a new relationship. Really focus on yourself. And if you feel that you're giving any of your power away in this relationship, then it may be time for you to cut the cords, end the relationship, and really work on getting yourself to where you need to be within your own happiness and joy and fulfillment of life. And then start to maybe consider a relationship once you've gotten past this and you've spent time in isolation healing from it. But I definitely feel like this relationship may be quite turbulent. There could be a lot of arguments. It could be, for some of you, this could be quite an emotionally abusive relationship or a financially abusive relationship. It could be that this relationship may be quite self-serving for the person that you're with, but not necessarily benefiting you in any type of way, shape or form. Okay, why is B here now here, please? Why is discernment here? Why is reconciliation here? Why is take it slow here? We've got the Empress at the base of the deck, so there's an opportunity here for a new beginning. I don't necessarily feel like this is an opportunity for a new beginning with the same person. For some of you, it could be. For some of you, this could be moving on to a new relationship altogether once this relationship has ended. This could also be the birth of a new era in an existing relationship for some of you. This could also be a pregnancy, so someone could be pregnant here. The moon being here represents something subconscious. This also represents your emotions and your intuition. You are being told to pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your visions, pay attention to the symbology of different animals or repeating numbers or lyrics of songs. Pay close attention because you're being guided to what it is that you need to do. Moons represent, especially full moons, represent culminations and completions. So this could be coming to the end of a cycle or a chapter that needs to be closed out. This moon could also be pointing to the fact that, because it's Pisces energy, this could be about an emotional release, an ending of something, or an acceptance of a situation that may not be favorable for some of you. With the Five of Swords being here, this represents a battle or a conflict of ideas or ideology. This could represent the time for you to, instead of continuously fighting, to actually understand that everything that you have pointed out within this particular relationship that is not working, it may be time for you to put the swords down and actually move into the Six of Swords and leave this situation behind. Because it's very, I feel like there's a lot of arguments. I feel like there could be a lot of cursing or a lot of shouting and a lot of exchange of words that could be quite disrespectful. And I feel like when the respect has gone, there is nothing left to stay for. So this is about understanding that actually your values don't align and maybe it's time to leave. With the Justice card being here as well, this Justice card is clarifying the reconciliation card. There is an opportunity to be able to balance things out for some of you, but only if there is an acknowledgement of actions, an apology, and changed behavior rather than the talk of actions. But for some of you, what I'm also feeling is that this Justice card could also be signaling that this relationship may need to end in order for you to have the type of relationship that you desire. So a new relationship could occur once this relationship ends, and maybe it is necessary for this relationship to end in order for you to have the love that you desire from the type of relationship that you desire. With the Seven of Cups being here, which is Venus in Scorpio, I definitely feel that there could be this energy of confusion, this energy of isolation. For some of you, there could be this possessive energy that you may be feeling around either you with your partner or your partner feeling this towards you with the Seven of Cups energy. I feel like you could be delusional around this. Either you or your partner could be delusional around where this relationship has currently gotten to, and it may be necessary for you to really focus, especially if those of you are reconciling or in a period of reconciliation, really slowing it down to gauge and to evaluate the patterns of behaviors that you're seeing, and to really understand whether these patterns of behaviors are actually changing or it's just more of the same of what you've experienced. I'm going to close out your reading with some messages of advice for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising for June. What's the most important advice? We've got Witch, we have Manifesteer, and we have Crystal Technology. Base of the deck, we got Spirit Act. The Witch says the metaverse, so I definitely feel like this is about paying very close attention to your emotions, paying close attention to your intuition, and also utilizing what it is that you have to create the outcomes that you want, utilizing the tools at your disposal to create the outcome that you want. And the reason why I'm feeling like that is because we also have the Manifesteer card here. The Manifesteer is the representation of the Magician, which is all about you utilizing your creative energy, really focusing on what it is that you want, because you have all of the tools at your disposal to be able to create the outcome that you desire. And you are needing to take action towards what it is that you want. With the Crystal Technology being here and Silicon being here as the message, I do feel that you may benefit from utilizing crystals to bring balance, crystals to bring harmony, crystals to bring protection. This looks like a piece of rose quartz, so maybe having a piece of rose quartz might be beneficial for you at this time in order to bring more harmony, to transmute any negative energy, and to really bring around the vibration of love within your home. You may also benefit from any type of use of aromatherapy within your home in order to sort of remove any residual energy of confusion, anger, or arguments, to really create your home into a peaceful and tranquil environment. I definitely feel like the advice here is really to focus on what it is that you want and be willing to let go of things that no longer serve you. That's the end. That's the end of your message, Scorpio. I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that this has resonated. I wish you nothing but love, light, joy, happiness, success, prosperity, and abundance. And I'll see you in your next reading. Take care. Bye.